Today is May 13th, and it is reaching about 75 degrees today. I'm going in a couple days early because it's supposed to rain the next couple of days. And I usually like to go in on Wednesday if it's possible, just because that gives them a whole 7 days. But we won't be able to do that this week because it's supposed to rain Tuesday and Wednesday. So I'm still going to treat Carol's hive on Wednesday when it's raining. I'm hoping, because the last time I treated her, even though it was 8:30 at night, and they say all the foragers are going to be back in the hive to be treated, I didn't find that to be true for Carol because her hive is just so busy. They have so many bees. All right, hold on. Trying to gently, sometimes the paint in the heat of the day sort of sticks on these edgings down here, and I just don't want to shake the hive too much. So today's inspection is pretty simple. Look at this. This is bowing, probably because of the humidity and being in the sun. Interesting. You know, when we first put these boards in, they were so loose, I actually had to go through and space them out. And now they're so thickened up from the humidity that they don't properly fit together. So that's fun. Today's inspection is really easy. We're going into Sharon's hive today just to check on her, make sure everything's going well in her hive. I'm going to give her the rest of this sugar syrup. Not that she really needs it. The nectar flow is still on, but just because I already made it and it's sitting in the pitcher and ready to be used. So, Sharon's hive, we're just checking to make. Oh, hi. Oh, the cup apparently came up and they are fitting underneath of it. Must have gotten jostled somehow. It's supposed to fit pretty tight, so they're not supposed to be able to have access to the bottom, like to be able to go underneath. But they drank it all up, and so the bees keep getting stuck in this part right here, and then dying around this ring right here. It's not a huge deal. It just kind of stinks because I don't want that to happen to them. But all right, let's find where the follower board is. Not here, but that's okay. We're just gonna see how Sharon's doing. Give her any extra space if they so need it. Let me get my trash bucket. I don't like to leave dead bees on the ground if I can help it. I don't know. I just feel like having dead bees sort of contributes to extra possible wildlife that I don't want in the apiary. Alright, this is the edge of the. This is the edge. This is all the space that they've really taken up. This is really not that much. And my hive tool. I feel like my brain is screaming at me to slow down. You're going too fast, Kelly. Slow down. Chill, chill, chill. Oh, wow, wow, wow. Lots of bees there. You know, last time I was in here and I was editing that hive inspection video, Sharon was apparently on the board and I did a no-no, which I took her out of the, like, on a frame holder on the side here, because I didn't see her on that frame. So that's a no-no. You don't want to do that. You want to have her always hanging above the working space. All right, looking in here, not a lot of bees on the edge of the follow board over on this edge. But other than that, I can see a ton of bees right here. The last time we were in here, I'm just looking at these ladies who are sort of very confused, but I'm just making sure that there's no certain that the queen happens to not be on this board and they're freaking out. No? Okay. Uh there were no bees on this side. So I kind of want to see if they're going downward. Honestly, like if I pick up this board, are they, let's just cut to the chase. and go down this way and see if they're over here. There's some. I really don't see a lot of bees right here. They're sticking to this part. I'm unsure why, but I think I might, if that's the, woo, if that's the case, I might just switch around their hive and put their like just like move them myself, like just move them myself. They are drawing it out. Look at that. Sorry if I'm still sniffly. I don't know at this point whether it's allergies. I've never had allergies before as far as pollen and stuff goes, but it could be I'm still lingering with the symptoms of that cold with the coughing. They are drawing this side out. They're drawing this side out, and this side actually has some capped honey at the top here, which is cool. All right, this is all resource. Good to know. Good to know. This is only nectar. And they've started to fill this one with nectar too, even though it's not fully drawn out. All right, cool. Good job, ladies. Good job. There's a couple of long female bees in here, but that's not our queen. They're just long. She wouldn't be on a frame that they are putting resources on anyways. All right, hopefully my mic again, as always, is working. The county, it sounds like they've sent out the county tractor today to cut the weeds on the side of the road. And it is very loud. Oh, bro, look at that. One of my batteries is down here. Oh, gosh. How do I get that out with this? Hold on. I'm going in barehanded. As soon as I took my hand out, all of a sudden they got interested in that battery. I found my pin battery in here. That's too funny. I just replaced it today too because I was like, where'd the batteries go? Yeah, it fell apart. It's in my hive. Good stuff. All right, let's see here. Maybe this time I won't miss Sharon. There she is. Oh, she's so beautiful. Look at that. I want to get a little board that I can prop this up with to keep. She's just doing a great job. She's on this frame, which they are putting resources on, but she's got a lot of eggs on here. Looking good. She's slowing down. She's not as flighty. She's looking for cells. She's looking for cells. She goes on top. She walks on top of the cells. She measures them with her legs, and she looks for a cell that is empty, so that she knows. She's curled her abdomen as if she's going to lay an egg, but she's over top of a cell that has nectar in it. And they're just grooming her. They're just grooming her. She's, dang, I wish I could videograph this. If I have a board, I'm going to get a board that I can sort of photograph this, I should say. I'm going to have a board that I can sort of prop this up on, just lean it up against. And that way I can take pictures of her. She's taking a quick break, and she's got a little regiment of bees around her. She's up here. See her right there? They're in the shade, so you might have a hard time, but you might be able to see all the bees around her. Isn't that cool? Sharon, you're doing fantastic. Oh, and she's on the move again. She's on the move. This side looks fantastic. Lots of larvae. In fact, now that I've seen her, I really don't care about anything else. Where'd she go? She's so fast. Did she bury herself under some bees? Yeah, there she is. It's almost like she hides sometimes. She curls her butt. No, is that not her? Is she laying an egg? Oh, there she is. She's on the corner there. There she is. Fantastic. All right, let me not mess with Sharon anymore. She looks good. I'm not going to mess with her anymore. She's in there. She's doing fantastic. Just want to be wary because she is on the edge and I don't want to roll her. I am going to mark her at some point. She is going to get marked. In fact, I guess I could mark her today. I don't have my pen with me. Alright, we're just going to keep on rolling. I know where Sharon is. Because I think what I'm going to do is literally because these frames down here, they don't have anything on them. I can already tell. And I'm thinking about taking all of these, leaving this one, and if this is brood, that means most of this is probably brood. Leaving this one, because it's all resources, and literally taking all of their brood, these like 3 or 4 frames, and just moving them down. Honestly. Just moving them down. Having the resources on this side, and then putting these empty frames. Ooh, there's a nice little breeze. They might just it might just cause them. Ooh, look, there's a waggle dancer. She has gray pollen, and I mean like gray, like straight gray. Like there is no color to that pollen. Ooh, now I'm so interested. Hold on. Let me take a video of this one. Looking good. Hold on. Put it in there gentle, like gentle. See if maybe I can get her waggle dance as well as that pollen. How interesting. Where's my little waggle dancer? Look at her. She is telling the other bees with her waggle dance where it is that she's finding resources from. Depending on how many times she turns, how vigorously she does the waggle dance, it tells them basically GPS. It's basically GPS for bees. And she's telling them where to find this resource from. She waiting for more room to do the waggle dance. But look at that pollen. How interesting. The pollen is gray. That's pretty cool. I also saw a cheerleader bee on there. Cheerleader bees will I call them cheerleader bees. I don't know what else they're called, but basically what they'll do is they'll just there's a bee at rest for too long or they feel like they're at rest for too long. They will literally go on top of that bee, like climb on top of them and kind of shake them and be like, "Hey, get back to work." All right, sorry about that. This has capped brood, beautiful capped brood on that side. So she has started capping, so I am so glad that I did the treatment last week. There's eggs on this side and some capped honey at the top. Look at that. The cappings that they have put on top of the brood is yellow, and some capped honey on the top corner of this side. It's yellow. That's interesting. All right, straight down. My gloves, although they are size small, they still seem to get, they're still like loose around my fingers and they get stuck under the ears of the frames as I'm maneuvering them. Look, this isn't even propolized. I think this is the edging of like basically where they have kind of stopped working. Let's see. Yeah, nothing on this side. Nothing. You can see kind of where they went to go touch it, and then they just didn't. They just didn't follow up. There is. This is all resource. So here's all resource. They've already started capping some honey at the top, but this is all resource. So there is no eggs on here, none. All right, so what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna put this down here and I'm gonna turn it around so that they have to go by the empty side of the frame to get to this edging here, since they've already, since they've already started building that out, and that way it'll encourage them to build out that side. This is brood, brood, brood. So they got 1, 2, 3, 3 full frames of brood, and they've started capping it, and it looks fantastic. Actually, I missed this one, but it is all capped brood. I didn't show this side, but look how all this is capped brood. Back to back, capped brood with some honey up here at the top. Looks fantastic. Yeah, looks fantastic. All right, so now we've got a game plan. If I could keep my gloves from getting stuck, that'd be great. Wonderful. Wonderful, wonderful. All right, we've got a game plan. I'm going to take these out. And there's some ladies hanging out there, but they're not really doing anything. So. Yeah, haven't drawn this out. Haven't drawn. You can see like where they've touched it. They have touched it. They've gone to sort of, check it out a bit, but they stopped at some point and just started moving it down. I would say that could be a sign of like maybe this is where the sun hits the most, but really this edge is not that far from this edge for them to want to spend so much time on this edge, as if the sun is making sorry, smoke is hitting me, as if the sun is making that big of a difference in this small little space. So yeah, nothing on here. So there's a couple of sticks here at the bottom. I'm assuming this is from when I transferred them in, probably, and I just dumped the whole Hive Butler box in. I see signs of small hive beetles, which is not fun. But the oil trays at the bottom seem to really... I haven't seen any small hive beetles running on the frames. But obviously that doesn't mean that they're not there, because I'm seeing them in the oil pans down below. But that just means that the oil pan is doing its job. It's doing its job, which is great. All right, we're going to slide all these brood frames down to the bottom here, leaving a small bit of space. Look, they're not coming up to the top or anything. They are so busy at work that they are very focused on their job on the frame. That there's another lady with gray pollen, straight up gray pollen. I'm gonna have to look up. I have to look up what that is. What source is that coming from? This gray pollen. All right, come on, baby. Usually you butt the ears up, but there's so many bees on the brood area, which is, it's fine. It's understandable. All right, this is the frame that Sharon was on. So she's somewhere on here. I'm going to pick this frame up and gently slide it. I mean, they're still bringing in bright orange pollen. I think that's the not daffodils. I believe that is the dandelions. Oftentimes when I spot the bees on dandelions harvesting from the dandelions, the pollen, their pollen baskets are orange. Not trying to squish no bees. Alright, cool. See if I can spot Sharon again. There she is. She's up there at the top. See if I can get my phone out while she's resting on the top of that frame. She's a beaut. She's a beaut. She's a beaut. Now it's hard to see with this veil on. There she is. She's right there. She's got her butt in the frame, in the cell, and she's laying an egg. And she's all done. And she's gonna move on. Oh, and she's laying another egg. She's gonna move on to the next one. And see how they're just surrounding her? She's got a complete circle of bees all the way around her. She's got her butt all the way up in that frame, in that cell. And there you go. And she's gonna go on, measure some more cells with her feet, find an empty cell, and lay another one. 1,500 to 2,000 times a day. They're not angry, but it's almost like I don't know, it's very weird. It's like a constant buzzing sound uh, that they don't usually do, so that's very strange. I don't see anyone like doing any super crazy fanning, so that's why I'm a little confused why I'm hearing that sound. All right, so there's an empty frame. Here's an empty frame. We're gonna put these two up here like this, right up next to Sharon. I'm gonna put that up there. This one is the less resourced frame. So I'm gonna put this over here. That is a strange sound, whatever sound that is. Normally bees take a break from doing that whole fanning sound, and this is a constant. There's another one of these dark, possibly paralysis virus bee, but honestly, I've been seeing a lot less of them. Now, this hive it was pointed out to me that this hive also has what's considered gray bees. Like there's one right here, and I see one at the top of this frame. They're less honey colored and more dark, but they still have their hair. They still have their hair bands. Whereas a bee who's black, who is losing its hair bands, kind of has like a greasy look to them a little bit. Oh, could be from the paralysis virus. I'm gonna turn this one around. This is resources on this side, and there's nothing on the other side, but that's okay. Ah, my glove. For the rest of my life. Do they make extra small gloves? Alright, so I'm gonna put this one here. Put this one up here and put this here. Alright. I'm not gonna give them any extra frames because they just haven't drawn that much out. I am gonna take a quick video though of what I'm talking about when I talk about the gray bees versus the other bees. Alright, so here's a good example of these two ladies right next to each other. This one is honey colored and has its hair bands. This one who just went down, it has more black on her abdomen, but still with the hair bands. Totally normal. Here's another one right here. There's a few of them around. When I talk about the dark bees that I'm worried about, like let's see, look at her. See how she's less honey colored and more black but hairband. When I'm talking about the dark bees, I'm talking about these bees that they look like they've lost their hair bands. And that's a no bueno. No good. We don't that's usually a sign of something happening. Sometimes people will say that's an old bee, and it could be. It could be. But it also could be from viruses from the mites. I'm just gonna here. There we go. Trying to put you back down. There we go. Alright, cool. They've got their Nasanov fans going now on the side of here. It still doesn't give off that buzzing sound. I don't know what that buzzing sound. Here's a lady. Here's a lady right here who is losing her hair bands. I've noticed less of them. That could be because the paralysis virus causes them. There's a cheerleader bee. It's like shaking bees. Get back to work. The paralysis virus causes them to eventually lose the capability of doing things, walking mostly. And when they become bad, they'll either leave the hive to die by themselves outside the hive, or if it's so bad that they literally can't make it to the exit, the entrance, the other ladies will drag her out, which I saw actually the other day. One dragging its back legs. It was alive. It just wasn't moving its back legs. So that's usually from mites vectoring that. So if we did go ahead and give them an OA treatment, and they should be good. Probably throughout the summer months at this point. All right, let me put my phone away and I'll close them up. I make it a point to not put in injured bees that I find outside the hive, because they kick them out for a reason. You know what I mean? And if they've got some sort of disease or virus, I don't put them back in. They're not even coming up here because I'm assuming one of those is the empty frame. And I'm gonna give them, like I said, the nectar is on, and they're capping it. They're capping it up. It looks good. But I am going to go ahead and just give them the rest of the stuff that I made, because why not? I already made it. I already made it. Just give it to them. Is it me, or does this Sharon's hive seems so easy in comparison? In comparison. Alright, lady. Oh, you're not supposed to be able to fit through. How did you do that? This is supposed to be... Yeah, look at you. You fit through too. How did you do that? It's supposed to be so that they can't finish the sugar. Oh, did I do it? I guess there was like a little thing that wasn't going down all the way. Alright, let's fill this up. I'm just gonna use the whole... I'm just gonna give them whatever's left in there. Whatever sugar syrup is in there, and I'm likely not gonna be harvesting honey from this hive. They're a new hive and they're a swarm, and they're just getting themselves going here, so that's all, and closing up. Easy, easy peasy. Sharon's hive is easy peasy. Let me check the front. They look good. Carol's hive is off the wall, smackers crazy.